What's up YouTube, it's your boy NaughtyNev. So today we have a replay of K9 Cyber Dragons going up against Yummy. I'm going up against my friend. We were just testing and we all know that the new Yummy cards are out. Yummy Marshmallow, but I'm gonna say Marshmallow. And my friend obviously does not own them yet, so he was busy testing out some new, new tech cards, a Cybers tech card. I will show you guys later down in this replay, but let's show the gameplay. So we won the rock, paper, scissors, and we are going first. In our opening hand, we have Ash Blossom, Regular, Cyber Emergency, Cyber Dark Realm, and Ghost Spell. Opponent has Imperm, Cookie, Dominus Purge, Ash Blossom, and Minion. Alright, so we're going to enter the main phase, activate the emergency, search for Cyber Dragon Core. No draw, so we can continue playing. We're going to normal summon the Core. Core gets hit with an Imperm, that's fine. We have the Cyber Dark Realm, but our opponent hits us with the Dominus Purge, basically negates the effect to add a card from the deck to their hand. Alright, so all we can do here is try to set up a Regulus negate as we have it in our hand. So I link something to Clockwork Knight. That's the problem with playing one Clockwork Knight. Sometimes you need to use it just to have a machine in your grave or send something to grave. But I'll activate the Regulus. Now we have our negate and we just pass for turn. Opponent's going to draw into a Ghost Ogre. They're going to enter the main phase. They just forgot to change phases and basically they decided to normal summon the Ghost Ogre. They were trying something, but I do think the correct play was to normal summon the Cookie. I think that was the best play. So they're going to link summon not into Snatchy, into Almirage. Next, they're going to special summon the Cookie. They're going to go Cookie effect. Cookie effect to just reduce Therion Regulus attack by 1,000. Sorry, they could have done this as well, even normal summoning Cookie, but this is the play they made. They're going to activate the field spell, then they're going to synchro summon into Cookie Yummy. And now they did tell me that they wanted to enter battle phase, and I had nothing, so Regulus is obviously going to be destroyed. And then my opponent link summons into Snatchy. They activate the field spell to reborn a Yummy monster from the grave, and here I decide to hit them with Ghost Spell. My opponent did not expect that, so they're going to pass for turn. We're going to draw into K9 Azuna. And now all I do is normal summon Ash Blossom. I did make the sacrifice. We are going to use the Ash Blossom, and we're going to link summon into SP. We're going to go SP effect. I decided to banish that field spell. I enter the battle phase, attack into Snatchy, and pass for turn. Opponent's going to draw into a Fuwalos. They have no play, so they pass back. We draw into Imper. Since my opponent has two cards in the hand, I decide to normal summon Azuna effect, but we get hit with Ash Blossom, so I just enter the battle phase, poke some damage. We don't kill them, so we just proceed to the end phase, and my opponent will start their turn after we set the Imper, and they're going to draw into a Cupsy. Pretty good draw for them. They're going to enter the main phase, and they're going to normal summon Cupsy, and here's the correct sequencing, guys. Chainlink 1, Cupsy. Chainlink 2 is going to be SP to banish both cards. And then Chainlink 3, I am going to chain Imperm to negate my opponent's scoops because they'll pass back to us and we can just attack them for game. Alright, so we're going to enter game number 2. My opponent is now going first. We are going second. Alright, guys, so we have Ghost Bell, Cyber Dragon, K9 Jockle, Ash Blossom, and Lupus. Not much Cyber Dragon players. All we have is 2 hand traps and just Jockle to start our next turn. Opponent has Ash Blossom, Duel. They have Cyber's Gadget. This is the card they decided to play. They open the field spell again as well as Infinite Impermanence. So those who don't know, Cyber's Gadget, basically when this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position, but its effects are negated. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon one gadget token. It's a level 2. You can only use each effect of Cyber's gadget once per turn. Alright, this is basically another starter for them. It's like having your Sky Striker cards, but in this case, my opponent is able to actually bridge into Yummy with Cyber's gadget. Alright, we're going to enter the main phase. Opponent's going to normal summon Cyber's gadget. They're going to link summon into Link Disciple. Cyber's gadget effect is going to summon a level 2 token. Then they are going to use that token to link something to Link Devotee. Devotee effect, I believe this is mandatory, because if this card is special summoned for the rest of this turn, you cannot link summon Link 3 or higher Link monsters. That's perfectly fine for Yummy. They don't summon higher than Link 2 anyway. Then Link Disciple effect, tribute one monster discard points to, draw a card, and place one card from your hand on the bottom of the deck. We let that go through. Opponent's going to draw into Dominus Purge. Pretty good draw, but unfortunately it wasn't any yummy card, but they have tons of hand traps. Then Link Devotee effect is going to trigger. If this co-linked card is tributed, you can special summon 2 Link tokens. And guess what, guys? They are level 1. So this, I'm sure you guys see the play from here. From here, my opponent can now synchro summon into Cookie, Yummy, Way, and then they link summon into Snatchy. The reason they do this is because now they have a token. If we decide to imperm, my opponent can just chain Snatchy to synchro summon, dodging the imperm. So Snatchy effect is going to resolve to place Minion in the spell and trap zone. Misclick on the Minion. My opponent's just going to synchro summon into, I believe this is Cupsy. Effect to add 2 yummy monsters from the deck to the hand. Here I decide to chain Ash Blossom. My opponent will chain Cupsy just to reborn from grave. And guess what, guys? I do have the bell, so I do bell his Cupsy. My opponent sets the Purge and the Imperm, and now they are going to pass for turn. So we draw into Hertz. Unfortunately, not the best draw. All we have in the main phase is to activate Jockle, reveal itself, and Lupus. We activate Jockle effect. Opponent will Imperm. Then we're going to Xyz summon into K9 Ripper. Ripper effect. My opponent does have Dominus Purge, and because they have a trap card, Ripper is going to get destroyed. And very sad for us, we just have to pass for turn. Opponent draws into Cupsy, and guys, this is just game. I immediately scoop. My opponent can just enter the battle phase. They have the field spell and just attack for game. So we scoop. We're going to go into game number 3, and this time we are going first, guys. Alright, in our opening hand, we have Jockle, Ash Blossom. We draw into Power Bond, guys. Woo, so sad. Cyber Dragon Core and K9 Azuna. Opponent has Molchami, Perulia, Core by the Grave, Yummy, Amusement, Minion. They drew into this field spell a third time, guys. All 3 games he had it. Imperm and Cookie, Yummy. Alright, we're going to enter standby phase, and my opponent decides to drop Perulia. We obviously have to negate this because we do summon a lot of monsters from the hand. So both Fualos and Perulia is a problem for us. That's the downside of playing K9 Cyber Dragons. But we have the Ash Blossom, so we're going to negate it. I enter the main phase. I decide to start off with Jockle effect to summon both Jockle and Azuna. Then Azuna effect to dump Lupus. I probably could have just went main phase and just instead go Azuna effect itself because my opponent did activate a monster effect this turn. But I guess I wanted to establish my Ripper and get a search of Jockle. Jockle effect is going to search Lantern. Then we're going to Xyz summon into Ripper effect, and that eats an Imperm. That's fine for us. Not fine in case my opponent has draw, because Ripper's negated. Ripper can't negate the draw. But we go normal summon Core effect. Core is going to search for Cyberdark Realm, and now my opponent does not have any play, so guys, we're just going to go full combo. Cyberdark Realm is going to search for Chimera. We will use Realm effect to normal summon our Chimera, link summon into Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight effect to search for the continuous spell, and then we're going to go link summon into Clifford Genius. The reason why I do this is because obviously I was thinking that Clockwork Knight is really good against Yummy. I don't want to use Chimera effect, and second, most important, I believe I was only playing 1 Power Bond, guys. Only 1 Power Bond at this point. This is quite an old video. Since I drew into a Power Bond, there's no reason to use Chimera effect. But since Chimera went to grave, we're going to send Cyberdark Worm. Cyberdark Worm effect, sending Hertz to grave. Reborn Worm, add the realm back to our hand. Hertz effect will trigger. We will add Cyber Dragon to our hand. I decide to activate Lantern effect to reborn Jockle from grave and special summon itself. This will trigger Clifford Genius. We're going to search for Therion King Regulus. Lantern effect to search for K9 X-Forced Release. I activate Power Bond. I have to use Cyberdark Worm and Cyber Dragon in my hand to fusion summon into Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. We don't use Rampage Dragon effect to pop Clockwork Knight. We are using Clockwork Knight as a floodgate. I Xyz summon into Princess Quinquery, use its effect, special summon back to Cyber Dragon. Then we link summon into SP. I go Xyz summon into Cyber Dragon Nova, go straight into Infinity. I set K9 X-Force to release, and then we're going to special summon Regulus, equipping Hertz to it. I put my monsters in defense just in case my opponent plays Lightning Storm. We don't want to lose our monsters, or having to use Infinity or Regulus negate for Lightning Storm. Proceed to the end phase. We take 2100 damage off Power Bond. Opponent draws into Ghost Ogre. They enter the main phase. They normal summon Cookie effect to reduce SP's effect by 1,000, but because I do chain SP, my opponent has no other plays to play Yummy monsters onto the field or anything to bridge into Yummy. So my opponent scoops and we take the win, guys. K9 Cyber Dragons defeats Yummy with the Cyber's tech. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. NaughtyNev signing out. Peace.